The orders came on a Tuesday, just another day at Fort Benning, until it wasn't. We were going hot. Afghanistan, my team, my brothers, we were ready. Sergeant Miller, our rock. Diaz, the jokester with eyes of steel. Jonesy, quiet professional, deadly accurate. And me, Lieutenant Carter, ready to lead. Excitement mixed with fear. We were trained for this, but you never really know until you're there. The weight of the mission settled on us. We were going to hunt down a high-value target, a Taliban leader, deep in enemy territory. We checked our gear again and again, every bullet, every bandage, a matter of life and death. We shared stories, jokes, fears, anything to keep the edge at bay. We were brothers, we would face this together. The plane ride was long. Every bump, every sound amplified our senses. We were heading into the unknown, but one thing was certain. We would be there for each other, no matter what. The briefing room was dark, the air thick with anticipation. Colonel Davis, a grizzled veteran, pointed at the satellite image. Our target, a nondescript compound nestled in a valley, heavily fortified, impossible to penetrate. "This is Omar Kayal," Colonel Davis said, his voice low and steady. "Responsible for countless attacks. He's our priority target. Get in, neutralize him, get out, no mistakes." The mission was suicide. We all knew it, but we didn't flinch. We were Rangers. Failure was not an option. We studied the terrain, memorized every detail. We planned our route, our contingencies. The journey was arduous, days of trekking through rugged mountains. The Afghan sun beat down on us, our packs heavy on our backs. Each step a testament to our training, our resolve. We moved like ghosts, silent and unseen. Our lives depended on it. The closer we got, the heavier the air became. The silence was broken only by our own breathing. We were walking into the lion's den. But we were ready, we were Rangers. Nightfall, our cover, the moon hidden behind clouds, we moved like phantoms. Through the darkness we could make out the outline of the compound. Lights flickered inside, sentries patrolled the perimeter. Our training kicked in, we were shadows, slipping past enemy lines, every sense on high alert. A twig snapping underfoot could be our undoing. Adrenaline surged through our veins, but we remained focused, disciplined. We reached the compound wall. Cold, hard mud. Diaz whispered, "Ready?" We nodded, our faces grim. Jonesy scaled the wall first, silent as a cat. He secured a rope. One by one we ascended. Inside, the compound was eerily quiet. The air thick with the smell of dung and something else. Fear? We moved cautiously, our weapons ready, clearing each building, each shadow. We were hunting, and we were being hunted. The explosion ripped through the night. A blinding flash, a deafening roar. We were caught in an ambush. Bullets ripped through the air. The compound erupted in chaos. "Contact! Contact!" Miller screamed. We hit the ground, returning fire. Our training took over. Move, shoot, communicate. We were surrounded, outnumbered, but not outgunned. We fought back with everything we had. Diaz was hit. A cry of pain escaped his lips. We dragged him to cover, his eyes wide with fear and pain. But he was alive. We had to get him out. The firefight raged around us. Bullets ricocheted off walls. The smell of gunpowder filled the air. We fought our way to our extraction point, each step a victory. We were carrying our wounded, our fallen, but we were not giving up. We were Rangers. We would not leave a man behind. The Chinook's rotors roared in the distance, our lifeline. But the enemy fire intensified. They knew we were leaving. They were determined to stop us. "Go, go, go!" Miller yelled, covering our retreat. We sprinted towards the chopper, our legs burning, our lungs screaming for air. Diaz was fading fast. We loaded him first. Then, one by one, we clambered aboard. The helicopter lifted off, bullets pinging off its armor. We were airborne, but we weren't safe yet. We had left brothers behind, the faces of the fallen, forever etched in our minds. The flight back to base was a blur. We tended to Diaz's wounds. The medics worked feverishly. Every second felt like an eternity. We had survived the impossible, but at what cost? The hospital was quiet, too quiet. The smell of antiseptic hung heavy in the air. Diaz was alive, but his injuries were severe. He would never walk the same again. We blamed ourselves. We were supposed to protect him. We visited him every day, sharing stories, jokes, anything to lift his spirits, but the guilt lingered. The faces of the fallen haunted our dreams. We were alive, they were not. Why? The army provided counseling, debriefings, but nothing could erase the memories, the sounds, the smells, the fear. They were a part of us now, forever. We were changed, scarred. But through it all, our bond remained. We had faced hell together, and we had come out the other side. We were brothers. We returned home to parades and handshakes, heroes. But we didn't feel like heroes, we were survivors, haunted by the ghosts of war. The memories never faded, they lingered, a constant reminder of the price of freedom. Diaz eventually recovered. He walked with a limp, a constant reminder of that night, but he never gave up. He started a foundation helping other wounded veterans, turning his pain into purpose. Jonesy went quiet. He disappeared into the vastness of the country, seeking solace in solitude. We didn't hear from him for years. Then, one day he reappeared. He had found peace in helping others. He became a counselor, guiding veterans through their own dark times. Miller stayed in the army. He rose through the ranks, training the next generation of soldiers, instilling in them the values of courage, sacrifice, and brotherhood. He carried the memory of that night with him, a reminder of the importance of his mission. And me? I wrote a book to honor the fallen, to tell their stories, to make sure the world never forgets their sacrifice. The war had changed me, but it had also shown me the true meaning of brotherhood, a bond forged in blood and fire, a bond that would last a lifetime.